Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yodaman on the boards, and once again, I'm joined by Derek. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing okay?
All right, so this game is another game featuring ancient rivals cards, where between Jerry and myself at my house, also known as Yoda's Hut, I am playing a Scum deck that was submitted somewhere on the boards by Rio. I think it might not have been in the Yoda's Hut thread. I think it was in just a discussion about Scum and the new Dengar. So his deck suggestion was two Heartless Tactics, two Feeding the Pit, one Out of the Mists, one Hunters, one Schemes and Intrigues, one Hut's Menagerie, one Spice Trade, and one Jabba's Reach. And Jerry on the left in this game was playing a deck that actually had a Jedi affiliation there, where it was two Hope of the Rebellion, two Planning the Attack, two Explosives Artist, two May the Force Be With You, and two Spark of Rebellion. And if I remember correctly, I had actually just written this down as an idea, and Jerry happened to decide to try it in this game. So you have any first impressions of the deck list we have here as this game gets started, Derek?
I'll be interested to see how the Scum one works. I haven't seen the Crate Dragon pod there in quite a while. The Rebel Jedi one is similar to a lot of decks I seem to be seeing, where everybody's trying to use Sabine with a bunch of different things, and same with Spark of the Rebellion too. So there's got to be 1,000 variations of that deck now. Let's see how this one does.
Right. So I started with Jabba's Reach, Heartless Tactics, and Feeding the Pit, and Jerry started with Spark of the Rebellion, May the Force Be With You, and Explosives Artist. And I think he triggered Explosive Artist when it entered play, looked at the top 10 cards of his deck, and found a Kanan. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
Yeah, and I just played, I think that's CD Cantina, so I got a resource to start with. Java's Reach, it's kind of neat to see that in here. It goes well with the captured stuff, because if you have your reserve value increases by 1 for each captured card there. Heartless Tactics, a new Dengar set, that's the one that if you have captured cards, you can prevent the first 1 point of damage against the Scum objective once per turn. And then good old Feeding the Pit.
It's the objective that's being attacked has to have the card captured.
Right. Yeah, the objective is as long as the objective has a capture card. And then Feeding the Pit is the old one that's discard a card to remove a damage from there if it's captured, if I remember right.
Yeah, so you can move stuff down there now and prevent damage, discard it to heal it, and so on. So
I played Malakili and got the Rancor even though I couldn't play him, and then I'm going to follow that up with Bubo. I guess maybe I had Bubo in my hand already. So
yeah.
And Jerry looks like he's going to try to trigger Spark of the Rebellion.
Yeah, the nasty thing is not only are all three of those good to have things captured underneath, but the Chud in Dengar set lets you move guys around from objective to objective that are captured.
All right, so looks like Jerry's playing Yoda. You see Yoda at the end of my turn, so the dial will go to 2.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to mess with the new dial there that I won at the recent Gamers Arm returning.
I like that dial. I didn't like it at first. But I think it's the fact that I'm lazy. I can just pick it up with one hand and turn it and rotate it. I don't have to grab it and hold it with one hand and turn it with the other like you do the other dial.
Right. Well, it does, as people have said, it turns the opposite way, so it's like kind of throws you off at first that the numbers go the opposite direction. And it looked like I tried to turn the dial so we could see it on the video.
I think it's a 2.
I'm pretty sure it's a 2.
It's much easier to see than the other one
was
as well.
I was thinking ahead. So it looks like I got Spice Visions in my hand. I know I got the Rancor. And Jerry's still got a couple resources to play with here.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to get to be able to take Force. Now he's got another resource. Good old Dagobah Training Grounds hitting the board.
Yeah, well, with May the Forest being out there, you can always expect Yoda to be coming.
Right.
So.
And I don't really have a good way to deal with Yoda yet, so.
No.
He's trying to use Spark, it looks like.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd be hitting that Dengar location as quickly as possible.
All right, so he hit one of the operations planners, which is we sort of talked about before we started the commentary. That only does you good. It works better with Kraken probably because you can set it up to put capture cards there. But against the deck I'm playing, it could have actually been all right if I'd already captured something since this Scum deck is focused on capturing things.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more useful against that deck. If you were playing it against Sith or Navy or whatever, something that doesn't capture, those guys aren't really going to do much for you.
No, not without a way to get them captured.
Yeah. So they're basically just 2/2 chuds with 2 unit damage.
Yeah, and that's not too bad. They're pretty good defending since they got the 2 black guns.
Yeah.
It looks like he's swinging at Heartless Tactics with Yoda.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Focusing Bubo. Gets the 2 total with the unopposed.
Before you get that, if you draw that enhancement that's in that set, it's so good. Put it on Heartless Tactics. It's considered to have an extra health and have something captured at it.
Right, exactly.
So I've seen a lot of decks abusing that with the hunters as well.
So not quite sure. It looks like I'm blocking this thing with feeding the pit. Oh, I can protect with Bubo. That's right. That's why I did that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
damage.
Yep. So I guess I'm gonna put 2 on Bubo maybe.
Well, Malakili isn't really that important once he comes into play. Once he does his thing anyway.
I guess I just wanted to prevent the unopposed there. Try to slow the game down a little bit. So
now Bubo's burned 2 of his 3 health. So
yeah,
I hope you
that's
don't need
true.
Protection for something else.
Yeah. All right. So Dial's just going to go up to 3. He committed Yoda.
Yeah.
At least I have 6 resources to play with this time.
Yeah.
Captured would be good right here. Just take Yoda right off the board.
Yeah, I've forgotten how good that card is. It's just like drawing a Force Lightning. It's not like, Snuva has to do this to capture a certain guy,
right.
Or everybody's got a restriction. It's just to take him, he's mine.
Yep.
There's nothing. It's that simple.
I got a prized possession. I'm gonna follow it up with the Rancor.
Rancor's a good target for Spice Visions if he comes in with Yoda.
Yeah, and I think I have Spice Visions in my hand.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
Although Yoda has 3 guns now, and the Rancor only has... Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to put... Yeah, that's a little... I guess I could protect. I could still protect with Bubo, yeah.
Yeah, now you wish you had that extra 2 health back on Bubo.
Yeah. So it looks like he's trying Spark, and he just hit one of the Rebel Tacticians there. Mm-hmm. So he's got some cheap tactics in for free.
I remember everybody complaining about how bad those guys were in Donna set when that it was first released. I find that they're actually pretty useful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if people were still playing so I just passed turn, so Jerry did the damage to feed in the pit. I guess what I was thinking was cheap tactics are always good for one. And so few people are playing like Core Vader and stuff with, have his reaction or all those force chokes. They're a lot more likely to kind of stay on the board once they get there until you put them in an engagement. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, and if you do put them out there with a leader swinging, they all of a sudden have 3 icons.
Right.
So... Because I believe it's a black gun and a white blast, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
So
there's a couple leaders in his deck, I guess. He's got Dodonna,
and Leia
and Kanan. Yeah. And I know he has Kanan because he got Kanan when he used Explosives Artist text when it entered play.
Yeah, I would think he would play him now, since he wasn't able to before because he had to use the Seek. So he didn't refresh. He didn't have the resources to do it.
Right. So
although if he'd have waited and done that, he could have just played Kanan on his turn and then used Kanan to seek Yoda. So he could have had him if he'd have done that instead of doing it at the end of your turn, at the start. He's still not playing it.
No, he's playing Sabine now. So Sabine is such an interesting unit. I mean, when you look at her, she gives the icons to different things based on what affiliation they are, and if they're Spectre units, they gain Edge 1. I mean,
Hmm.
you do have to spend a resource to get all that stuff on her, but
I've actually made a lot of use of it, like attacking with Sabine, somebody blocks, and then I trigger the ability on herself, giving her Edge 1. So now they're playing the first Edge card, and I end up twisting away 2 cards when playing only one because they had to play first.
right.
And then once again I have Edge 1, so they have to play the first card again. And I did that actually with Sabine. I had 3 cards and 2 of them were twists, and my opponent had 5 cards, and I was actually able to win that edge battle by twisting them twice and getting 2 cards each time.
Nice. That's cool. All right, so I think Jerry is attacking, feeding the pit with the Rebel Tactician by himself, and I'm blocking with Malakili.
Yeah, see, that's the thing now. He can use Sabine and give that Rebel Tactician extra stuff.
Yeah, so it looked like he twisted. I'm not sure what I had. I think it might have been the preparation and planning card.
I'm surprised he's working on that objective before getting rid of Dengar's one. That's the one that is a big problem if you let it stay out there.
Yeah. Well, my guess is he's swinging at that just to try to lock me down so that he can go in after Dengar's objective.
Well, even just when he did the damage from balance, he did it
Oh,
to that.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Because if you'd have put it on Dengar's, then Yoda by himself could take out the objective.
Yeah, looked like I won edge there. I threw Dengar and he had 3 pips, and he pitched that I think it was the event from Leia's set that had 3 pips. So I won the tie and got rid of the tactics. So
Malakili doing work.
he did his job. So now Jerry still has a couple resources open.
He just feels good because his Rancor's out there with him. It's not
Yeah.
dead yet. He hadn't had a door dropped on him.
I know he's ready to try to chomp on a Yoda, I think. So now he's going to swing with a Rebel or the operations planner at Jabba's reach.
Yep, because it's the same problem. If you let it go, he can give it a tactics and lock down the Rancor.
Yep. And I think that's what he's going to do.
Yep.
And maybe I'll use my Spice Visions now.
Yeah, that would be good. If he's not expecting that, Rancor can have some fun with Yoda.
Huh, I'll let it go. That's interesting.
Well, you might as well.
Yeah.
Make him burn it. Now he feels like he can attack with Yoda, and you can block him if you want.
Well, I can block him with Bubo. I can't block him with the Rancor.
Well, if you Spice Vision, you could.
No, you have to use Spice Visions as soon as the focus token gets on there.
Oh, I'm not thinking Spice Vision. I'm thinking the one that's in the Spice trade.
Yeah, so I'm using Spice Visions now to block the tactics that he was going to put on the Rancor, so the Rancor won't be locked down. I guess that's why I decided to do it that way. I think that sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't... Otherwise, he would have definitely kind of got double focused there if I had tried to block with the Rancor against the operations planner. So he's got 4 damage on Heartless Tactics now, but Yoda's locked down.
He only has Sabine right now.
I think the operations planner is supposed to be focused. I'm not sure what happened there. He must have missed that. Yeah, so I wonder if he'll attack with Sabine. Or no, he did all 3 attacks, right? He can't attack her. Yeah, he's hit all 3. So he's going to... So I wonder if he'll commit Sabine or not. I guess he almost has to... Actually, I don't think he can get 1 force back anyway. Sabine's only got 2.
Well, if he commits both of the others, he could take it back.
Well, the operation planner doesn't have any icons.
Oh, you're right. I thought he had 1.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any. Yeah. So he's not going to make sense to not commit Sabine there. So Dow's going to go to 5. Got a little off, but
close to 5.
I'm going to draw up here. I said I probably think there's a spider at least. Spider might be okay right now. Or Snuva. Is that Snuva in my hand? Snuva would be really good right now. Get Sabine out of there.
Yeah. That's his only blocker. That would be a definite plus.
Snuva and cheap tactics would be good.
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to capture, I would think, Sabine. And probably put on Jabba's reach. Yeah, it's only got 1 damage on it plus.
Yeah, there's just too much damage on Dengar's thing now.
Actually, I might be thinking about feeding the pit, because then I could get rid of it and get the damage off feeding the pit.
Yeah, but you're increasing your reserve value the other way.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're really in danger of feeding the pit being killed right now.
Well, I put it there anyway. Maybe I'm trying to think of, maybe I've got some plan here.
Yeah, especially because I think Dengar's objective would be more of a priority than
Yeah.
feeding the pit.
And one thing, if I don't know if it's in my hand. If I happen to have the Almighty Sarlacc, then maybe I'm thinking, or I'm changing my mind. I'm putting a Java's Reach. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only thing might have been thinking at the time, if I had Almighty Sarlacc, I was thinking I could put it there, pay for something, and then also like kind of get the resources back by discarding the card. That
Yeah.
combo, but. All right, so I'm playing 4 for Dengar. That should be good. I should be able to lock Yoda down now. Because I can give Dengar the tactics.
Yeah, you can give him one icon
Right.
now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Yoda
It might
is
be worth
clearly
it.
the one.
Yeah. Yeah, if I don't swing here, I'm going to be upset with myself. I don't remember what I did in this game, but he's got a tactics. Lock down Yoda. There's no bamboozles or anything in his deck.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to send Dengar after May the Force. Oh, he's trying to hit Spark. I didn't account for that. If he had hit with that, that could have been bad, because I guess I could still give Dengar black.
Yeah, you could
Yeah, I
give
can
him a
give black
gun. You,
tactics,
you
yeah.
still got one health left on Bubo if you need it.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, so I guess I'm telling him I'm going to give him a black tactics, yep.
Yeah.
Let's lock Yoda down. Well, looks like I'm going to swing with Snuva just to get some damage in here, too.
Yeah, you might as
Spark.
well. You
Yeah.
still got a fair amount of blockers. You got
Yeah,
the
we have-
Rancor.
Yeah, the Rancor is the important one that I still have.
Yeah.
And one of the really cool things about the Rancor, too, is since he's unique, you can use him to trigger Prince's scheme. So,
Right.
oh, I'm sending Malakilian, too. I'm really trying to spread some damage around. Probably think I got an open board. I need to try to spread some damage around in case I need to, like, finish things off eventually.
Speaking of Prince's Scheme, is Zizor even in that deck? I don't remember
No,
him being on the
actually,
list.
he isn't even in this deck, so, but
Yeah,
Jerry
that's
wouldn't have known that, I don't think, at this point. So.
Yeah, he's one of the first auto includes in any mono scum
Right,
deck.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
that was one of the reasons I actually tried this deck. There was a few options here of things to try with Dengar, and I thought it looked interesting that Masterful Manipulation wasn't in it. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see how it goes without him.
There's just so many good scum pods right now. I'm literally to the point every time where a new good one comes out, and I've got nothing bad to pull.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So I've still got the Rancor and Bubo to defend. Yoda is locked down. Now, I was just thinking, he's got Kanan in this deck, so he could potentially free up Yoda if he's got Kanan's concentration. So my Dengar tactics may have all been for naught here.
He needs to get Canyon on the table.
Yeah, I'm still surprised he hadn't played him yet.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't either. I think he should have played him that first turn and then used his resources to seek Yoda.
Yeah. If he had custom paint job, he'd almost want to put it on the affiliation card, so if I happen to bounce Snuva or anything, Snuva really wouldn't be able to capture about anything, except neutral stuff, I guess.
Yeah, well, Snuva's already out there. I mean, short of you bouncing him, and you can't play another one at this point, I don't know that would be worth it.
I think there's only one in this deck. This deck had a lot of one-ofs.
Yeah. I think if he draws custom paint job, it's probably best used as an edge card at this point. There's nothing really valuable to put it on.
Right. If you had Sabine out, I guess I could see putting on Yoda or something to get make Yoda have all the extra stuff. But
I like putting it directly on Sabine.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt either.
I like having it on Sabine with her armor to where you can't target her. She's got 2 extra health. And she can give herself all those extra boosts as well as the edge one.
Yep.
It's pretty nasty.
So there's Kanan.
Yeah, Kanan hits the table finally.
Yeah, really, I was thinking about this, that there were 6 Rebel pods in the deck I came up with that Jerry's actually using. and only 4 Jedi. So the fact he only had one of the rebels out, and that was Sabine's, I mean, which doesn't really give him any extra benefit with all the other Jedi stuff out already, might have been slowing him down a bit here. That he only could really play one rebel thing a turn.
Yeah. Well, he had Sabine that he could have used her as a resource last turn, which he didn't, and he had a spare resource for triggering her ability, so he probably didn't have anything else that was crucial to play.
Right. Yeah, and then I snooped her.
Yeah.
See, I think with Scum being kind of the flavor of the day or flavor of the month lately, I mean, rightfully so, that you're almost running a bit of a risk if you're going to do multi-affiliation decks on the light side again, because you're bound to start seeing Snuva. I mean, even if they're only running one of them, a lot of times you're going to at least have one Hunters in that deck.
I think Dengar's pod really ups the incentive to play Hunters. I had just pulled it out of my Scum deck because I had other things I didn't want to lose.
Right.
But yeah, I can see it coming right back in now with the stuff in Dengar's pod.
Yeah. So like I said, I think if you're competitively, I mean, maybe I'm overstating Snuva. I think people sometimes say, well, it's just like a Force Lightning. You can't plan on it the whole time. But except when you know it's so popular that you might see it, it's kind of hard not to take it into consideration a little bit. I mean, that how are you going to deal with the fact that Snuva could come out and take one of your best units depending on how you got your deck set up.
It's just a Force Lightning, that's fine, but then you've also got 2 captures, and you've got maybe ways to balance it. So in reality, yeah, it's just a Force Lightning, but what if I've got 4 of them in my deck instead of 2?
Right.
That's another way to think of it.
Right. And then plus with Scum getting all these, so many sets have bonuses from captured cards being there that it really is a little different than just the direct removal of a Force Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jerry's taking his time here. He's got Kanan out. He's still got the operations planner. He technically has 3 resources with Kanan and Explosive Artist still being free. So I wonder if he doesn't have much, or he's probably trying to figure out how the heck to deal with the Rancor. He is just going to commit Kanan, it looks like, and take balance. Adao will go to 6.
Yeah, I think since Yoda is locked down, he can't risk attacking at this point unless he knows he can win.
Yeah, so draw up again, it looks like. I don't know if I discarded or not. I'm going to see. Is that Forlom there now? Forlom and Zuckuss would be awesome right now.
Mm-hmm. That's the nice thing about the Tudor and Hutt's Menagerie. I use it, I mean, you can use it for Dengar, which is awesome, but I also love to use it to go get whichever one of those 2 I'm missing.
Speaking of the devil. Just drew it. Just drew it.
So, yeah, if you got Forlom, you go get Zuckuss, or vice versa.
Yeah, now I don't have enough resources to play that Forlom and then Zuckuss, but I could get one of them at least.
Right.
Yeah, that search card is just so awesome, since you can, like you said, get whichever one you need at the time, and it's basically like you have a second copy of that card without having to put it in there. So I am playing. Yeah. Oh, that's
the enhancement. Yeah.
Right. That acts like I have a captured card.
Right.
I wonder where I'm going to put that. If I put it on Jabba's Reach, I'll get an extra reserve. If I put it on Feeding the Pit, that might help keep it alive if I do capture something and start damaging to discard.
Well, the idea, too, is you're increasing Dengar.
Right.
His amount of icons he gets.
Right. That's true.
That's why I was saying I think he should have tried to eliminate Dengar's objective while he had the chance.
Yeah.
Because now you can prevent damage at all the other places as well.
All right, I'm playing Forlom now. I haven't searched it. I wonder if I'm going to play a spider. I wonder if I might hang on to the search card until sort of the end of Jerry's turn and just play it then.
Yeah,
sort of see what the board state is. Because I couldn't get out anything I wanted right now anyway. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess I could.
all you would be doing is advertising that Zuckuss is coming next turn. If you
Right.
had something else to do this turn instead of Forlom, I might have kept him just so that, because now he's already worried that Forlom is out there and Zuckuss could come at some point.
Right.
But then if you just next turn you play them both and then go in and wreck with them, rather than show them, hey, part one is here, the other one's on its way at some point.
Yeah. All right.
So
So I think I'm sending in the spider.
yeah.
Now, I should have one more Spice Visions in this deck. If I Spice Vision that spider, could take something out.
Well, the thing is, too, if he blocks, you can kill both of those units. Between the guns on Kanan and the triggered ability from Forlom could grab the planner.
Right, right.
And he wouldn't be able to kill Forlom because you can still protect one damage
Yep.
to him.
Yeah, unless he doesn't have a heat in that deck. If I remember, I didn't. Luke's not in there. Nothing with heats in his deck, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so I think he's losing that planner no matter what he does here.
Yeah, so I am trying to go after.
In which case, I think I would probably block with just the planner.
Yep, and that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that probably doesn't even matter. That's the only thing I could. Yeah. I mean, I have CD Cantina there, so.
Yeah, that's true. You could, if you can win by double.
Yeah, I could get rid of his Dagobah training grounds.
I've lost track how many times that has come back to bite me. I always forget that the winning by double thing, and then I end up losing something key because of it.
I had 3. So we both had 3. Yeah. I had secret objective. That's right, because Ephantmon's in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's going to shoot. I guess he's going to try to shoot Forlom, but I'll protect one to Bubo.
Yeah, that was the one. That was what he had. The advantage was to eliminate Bubo.
Right. Now, I'm going to kill this operations planner no matter how I do it, so...
Well, you want to capture him.
Well, he's going to automatically get captured when he dies, whether or not I capture him or whatever. So I'm putting him at feeding the pit. And then, technically, he should have... Oh, I think that's right. Is it when he leaves play? I'm trying to remember. And I blew that objective up. I guess I went after May the Force be with you, not Spark. So I blew it up with...
Well, you used secret objective. You might have swapped.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did switch it there. But I was just thinking the Operation Planner... Oh, no, there wasn't a captured card there. It was just... I wonder... Maybe we missed that. I'm trying to remember how that enhancement's phrase. It's like you're considered to have one additional captured card. So should the Operation Planner have actually triggered there? Like done a damage to feeding the pit?
No, the Operations Planner does his damage when he comes into play, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Not when he's captured. Yeah, that's
right.
Brain freeze. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think, looking at your board, I think I might have put the Operations Planner on Dengar's location. Even though it's got 1 health left, that would allow you to prevent a damage to it, and that would give you a 3rd thing for Dengar himself.
Right.
So,
well, I've got...
and even if he does blow it up, then it's not like he gets a huge unit back.
Right. So I think I'm attacking with Dengar after explosive things.
Yeah, so especially if you were going to attack with Dengar now.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 2 tactics, as I think he did not defend. I don't think I can get balance back unless I focus Kanan, though. And really, focusing Yoda twice doesn't help me because of Kanan. So I might actually just put them both on Kanan.
Well, you could just put 1 on Kanan and get a blast damage instead.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let's see if I'm smart here. I want to focus Kanan, I'm sure, just so I can get balance back. Yeah. But that's why I'm probably trying to just think about that, because I just remembered Kanan's ability here. Because I think, the most I could get is 3 on the Force. Oh, no, actually, I could get 4 if I commit everybody. Yeah, I put them both on you. That was dumb. I must have forgot about what Kanan was just going to clear them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Unless
I'm
you get
gonna.
some other trick.
Now I'm committing everybody though.
Yeah.
So, which I kind of needed to do so he didn't just blow up Heartless Tactics with balance damage.
Mm-hmm. And dials at 7 now. Is that
Yeah,
what I think it
yeah,
is?
dials at
Okay.
7 because I blew up May the Force be with you. And as he
Yep.
just did, I'm using Kanan on Yoda. I'm like, oh crap, that's right.
Yep.
And they just flipped up planning the attack, so now he's going to get an extra card for reserve while it's undamaged.
Yeah. So you spent your spider. So right now you've just got those 3
Yeah.
unfocused. Okay.
Now, Dengar is elite, so it's going to be a little bit harder to lock him down.
Yeah. Well, he's got Yoda. He would need to draw another tactics,
Yeah.
and then be able to get through the Rancor.
Right. And he certainly has cheap tactics in the deck. As
Yeah.
we know, between the Rebel tacticians and Leia herself, he's got the tactics.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets Sabine out again, he can give something else of tactics. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, the one thing is I probably don't want to get in the way of Yoda unless I think I can win Edge because that maybe I could chomp him with the Rancor. But if I don't do
Yeah.
that, he's gonna just kill Yoda. The dials at I mean Yoda's just gonna kill the Rancor since the dials at 7.
Yeah.
So my guess is if he actually swings with Yoda, I'm just staying out of the way.
Yeah. Even if it's a Dengar's location, I think at that point it's doing you good, but at any point he can really pop it. I think
Right.
you'd better off getting a fresh location that might do something else for you.
Right. Maybe I'll flip up the other one. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be too bad. So Jerry's got the 7 resources now with Kanan. Not really a lot of blast on his side right now, though. He really needs probably Dodonna or something to get more blast, or maybe flip in some Children of the Force to get free blast with Spark.
Yeah, there's just not. I mean, you don't have any like Lukes or any heavy hitters in the deck. The only double blast units are Sabine and Dodonna. So yeah, you kind of do need those.
All right, so he just played the Massassi Temple War Room, so the elite resource. That's not bad. He's got more things to play with now.
Yeah, that's a really good card.
Sure is.
He still has 4 resources to work with.
Yep. Oh, actually, I think he has 6, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, because he's got Kanan too.
that's
Yeah.
what I meant. I was thinking 4.
Yeah, 4 plus
plus
Kanan,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So if he's got some stuff, he might really be able to do some damage and make some progress on my board this turn.
Yeah, you got 3 blockers, but you don't have any tactics. So if he
No,
can
I do
get some
not.
tactics out there, he can get creative with it. By sending the little tactician, you block with one guy, and he uses it to tactics a different guy, and then 2 guys are locked down.
Right. There is Sabine again. Didn't I just get rid of her?
It looks familiar.
And then he saved the resource on her objective.
Well,
So
he could use Kanan too if he had to.
right. And actually, she has her own resource too if she really needed to use it to like give stuff to somebody else.
Yeah, the only problem with that is she can't give it to herself and then be
Right.
useful.
Right. And then giving it to Yoda doesn't do much good because it gives a Jedi thing a gun, right? So
Yeah, Yoda could care less.
yeah, he doesn't need 8 guns right now. 7's sufficient. So
I
he
don't.
is
It could give Kanan a 3rd gun to eliminate the Rancor.
right.
Or
Right. Yeah. Yoda doesn't need it. Maybe Kanan would.
yeah,
Nice.
Yoda doesn't need it.
All right, so he blew up Heartless Tactics and he focused the Rancor, not surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. So then you don't have much to block now. It wouldn't be a bad idea to send Sabine at Jabba's palace there.
Yeah.
Or Jabba's Reach, whatever it's called. If she
Yeah.
gets the 2 blasts, and she'll gain a tactics if she uses her ability on her,
Right.
or does it with somebody else. So.
Right. Plus you'll have edge 1.
Uh-huh. So there's nothing really threatening you've got over there to block with.
No, there really isn't. I mean, I'm probably better off just letting it go again because although if he has a target in his hand, he's going to blow it up. I mean, Kanan said has the targets in
Well, the
it.
thing is, too, anything you block with is going to double focus.
Right. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and try to get in the way with Snuva.
Yeah, you
Right,
need
so
a heat or something.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no heats in this deck.
Yeah. Well, you could have Spice Vision and be able to double swing with Snuba.
That's true. If I win edge, that wouldn't be too bad.
Or Spice Blitz. That's the other one I was talking about earlier.
Right. So I think I'm just probably getting in the way because he's not going to be able to kill Snuva with Sabine.
No, not without some kind of trick.
Right, so even if he wins edge, I'm going to at least prevent one unopposed. I put a card in. He looks like he's he's trying to decide if he wanted to put one in or not. And really, Snuva's kind of done his job anyway. I would think what I'm trying to set up for here is to get Zuckuss since I've got Jabba summons there.
Yeah.
And then I can use Forlom and Zuckuss to capture Yoda.
Yeah, because Yoda's already locked down right now.
Yeah. So he had 4 with a target and Rebel's Hope. That could be problematic.
Now, Rebel's Hope, that lets him take a Rebel card out of the discard pile, add it to the engagement, and if it's still there at the end of the engagement, it goes to his hand. Is that right?
Right. I think the only restriction is the Rebel card has to have 4 cost or less. So you can't grab home 1.
Right. Yeah.
But you could grab other things. So
I think the only thing he's put in there would be either the little gun from Leia's set, but I think that one's captured, or the little Rebel Tactician.
Yeah, I think so too, unless I'm forgetting something. And since Sabine's not a leader, so she can't. Right. It won't give him a gun if it's the tactician.
He did win edge though, so if he brings the tactician, he's got his tactics there.
Yep. Yeah, so I think that's what he's doing. And then the target goes off. So now I'm really glad I got in the way, because otherwise he would have blown up Jabba's Reach, but it's going to survive. So, to see if he wants to focus Snuva so I don't kill something, or if he's going to focus something else here. I think you double focus the Rancor. Actually, you probably want to double focus Forlom. And not risk Zuckuss coming at you together.
It depends how risky he wants to be, because he has nothing on the table that's 2 cost. So without Zuckuss, Forlom doesn't do anything.
Well, and actually, he's got 2 tactics now because he used Sabine's ability on herself, so he can lock Forlom and the Rancor down here, which is probably.
I think he was thinking about double focusing Dengar.
Yeah,
also.
I think he was too. Like I went to put one on there, and then I pulled it off, so he must have changed his mind. Yeah, so he put one on the Rancor. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get to shoot with Snuva. I might as well take out. Guess just shoot Sabine probably.
Well, the tactician you're gonna see again next turn because he's gonna bounce to his hand.
Yeah,
and
unless I killed it.
One gun.
Right.
So, I think I probably would have killed the tactician, personally. Just because Sabine is still going to have 2 health.
Yeah, and then he did double focus Forlom, so I guess now he could swing with Kanan if he wants to. All I have is Malakili to defend. He could get some damage on feeding the pit.
Well, the problem is you can just heal it with feeding the pit.
Yeah, I can heal one of them. I haven't done it yet, but I could.
Yeah, well, you've also got the extra health on it too with that enhancement.
Yeah,
it's unlikely he's going to be able to kill. He's better off trying to take out the palace and whatever else you flip.
All right, so yeah, end of his turn, he's taking balance back in there. I'm using Jabba summons, and now I gotta think, what do I really want to get? Do I still want to get Zuckuss? Do I want to get Balsh maybe? I'm not sure.
You're not set up with anything you've got to be able to capture
Right.
to make use of Bausch.
I mean, I could get a
Um,
headhunter because you can get a mercenary, right? So I could get
it's mercenary or
that,
bounty
yeah,
hunter.
but I don't have headhunters in there. Never mind.
Yeah.
I probably should take
Um,
Zuckuss because he got the tactics.
yeah.
Yeah, Efatmon is in there, but Efatmon is not a bounty hunter or
Right.
mercenary.
I think he's just a character.
Right. He's force sensitive though, which means if you're playing him with GA Palpatine, you can free him up.
Yeah.
I did get Balsh, so
Hmm.
maybe I'm hoping I can bounce Snuva and then capture something and trigger Balsh. And now the dial's going to go to 8. Rancor's locked down. Forlom's locked down. Snuva's locked down. And the spider, of course, is not going to refresh. And I flipped up Hutt's Menagerie. Well, that could be useful. I could go get Bubo back now if I wanted to.
Yeah, that'll be very useful.
Yeah.
In fact, that might be exactly what I'd do for your turn. I'd play. Oh, that's right. You didn't get seconds. We'll play Boosh. Go get Bubo and play him.
Yeah. Well, I might still do that. I've got the resources. I got 7 resources, plus I could potentially get an extra resource if I got Almighty Sarlacc, which I look like is in my hand.
Hmm. I think you got Bib in your hand too. I saw.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd play Bib. I guess I could.
Eh,
Bib might be a better edge card right now, although he is a tactic.
he's only got 2, I think.
Yeah, that's true. And I've got the extra card because of Jabba's Reach.
Hmm. You haven't drawn captured yet.
No, I have not. That would be really good. Just take something. Yeah, at least I don't think it's in my hand there. I don't see it. So I guess I got some options here. I could get Bubo back. I could certainly might be thinking about playing Bausch. Dial's at 8, so if I could somehow, I mean, he's only got 1 defender right now. Although if he has, I'm not sure how many cards he has either, so looks like I might be playing Almighty Sarlacc.
Well, if you got tactics, so you should be able to take out Spark,
Right,
and that'll put the dial up by 2 because you've already killed May the Force.
right. So I am putting the Sarlacc on feeding the pit. And then, so what you can do there is that damage the objective to take a focus token off, if I remember right.
Hmm.
And then you can So this is the good combo, because then you can use feeding the pit to discard a card to take the damage off.
I just noticed that Rebel tack is still out there. Is that another one that he sparked in, or is that for the ones from the Fate card? Because that should have bounced to his hand.
I think that's the one from the Fate card, and we must have missed it.
That's what I thought,
Yeah,
yeah. Because he should have to replay that next turn if he wants to
yeah.
put it out.
Hope it doesn't come back to bite me. Oh, I got Balsh, and there's better offers, so I'm going to
Bounce
take
Snuba.
Snuba, and I bet I'm going to capture Sabine yet again.
Yeah, and that'll put the dial at 9. You can blow up that objective, get it to 11.
Yeah. So I'm using feeding the pit and the the enhancement that's in Dengar, so I can't think of the name of it, that gives you the bonus. And I am capturing Sabine yet again.
Yeah, I would send
Yeah,
Bosk at planning the attack to turn that off and focus Kanan, and then send somebody to eliminate Spark and get the dial to 11.
yeah. The one problem is I don't have the protect for Balsh, so he could kill Balsh with Kanan potentially, and I wouldn't turn it off.
It depends on your edge situation.
Well, I can still go get Boobo with Hutt's Menagerie to protect Balsh.
Yeah, you still have the resources,
Right.
so I would obviously do that before you attack. But yeah,
Right. I'm probably trying to think is there a way I could actually win here?
I think I see reversal of fate in your hand, which means you can. That's almost a
Um,
guaranteed edge win.
all right.
Well,
There's captured. I'll capture Kanan. Put him on Hutt's Menagerie.
yeah, that gets him out of the way at least.
Yeah.
Now you can send in Bosch and yeah, I'd send Bosch at planning the attack, tactics Yoda, damage it. I guess you're just gonna take out Spark with those two.
Yeah. Well, I have Dengar out. I could blow up. I can blow up two unless he hits with Spark here. And he just hit
Well,
Leia.
well, Dengar can only get 2 blasts. The other 2 objectives are on. Oh no, there is 2 damage on that bottom.
Yeah, there's two damage on Spark and
Okay,
on
I couldn't even see
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's kind of blending in there.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, then you've got potential to kill that with Dengar.
All right, so he just flipped layup, so now I got to be a little, let's say, careful, but I
Now,
definitely
Leia's ability lets him swap out an objective, but it has to be a healthy one, so it's
right.
irrelevant.
Well, no,
Well,
it's more that she has tactics.
yeah.
If he wins Edge, he can stop me from blowing up Spark or whatever I've engaged here,
Hmm.
or he can stop me from blowing up the other one because he could focus Dengar then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going after Leia. Now I should probably I've got that reversal of fate there. As you said you saw that in my hand, which that sounds
Yeah.
familiar. I should probably before the edge battle use feeding the pit and the Sarlacc to get the resource back so I could potentially play it.
Now, does it clear all resources when you do that? Off
Well,
feeding the pit? Because it's double focused.
what it is you can discard a card to remove a damage, right? Or focus. How does that work? I'm trying to remember. You can damage it to remove a focus.
But you can do that multiple times?
Yeah, because it's an action. I don't think there's any limit
Okay.
to it. Yeah, so I probably want to do that, and then basically I'll just negate the damage I have because I've got at least one of the damage because I have the captured card there. But that way I
Well,
could
no,
potentially.
you lost Dengar's location that prevents that damage.
No, I mean by discarding the captured cards.
Oh, okay.
So I discard the captured card to remove a damage. And then I'm going to damage it to take a focus token off.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to
then,
probably do it again.
right.
Or I'm just going to
Isn't
damage
there
it, yeah.
one of those 2 cards lets you draw a card or something when you do that? I don't remember.
I think you're right. I think it's feeding the pit, and I forgot to do it.
Yeah.
So I should have had an extra card on top of that. But I'm sure I just did that just in case I felt like I needed to play Reversal of Fate.
Oh, I would. I would throw a blank or a 1 in there, and I would use reversal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I have, to be honest with you. Like, if I just had a 1 to make it worthwhile or not.
Well, you've also got the cantinas out there if you can win by double.
Yeah. Huh.
Did you forget to do it?
I forgot to do it. I almost positive I forgot to. I think I sat there and said, "Oh crap! I didn't mean for us to flip up edge cards. I had something I was going to do."
Hmm.
Yeah, this is bringing back bad memories. I'm almost positive that's what it was. That we did it, and he flipped up, and I flipped up before. I didn't say, "Wait, don't flip up." Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what that was. So I think I played preparation and planning again, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's a 2-pipper.
Right. So he's going to be able to stop me from blowing stuff up here. So the question really is he going to let me swing with Dengar, or is he going to focus Dengar with Leia, and then I'll still be able to focus Yoda at least with Balsh?
Yeah, well, you should be able to focus Yoda either way.
Yeah. Yeah, he focused Balsh. and shot her. And now I'm going to kill Leia no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And get one more damage on whatever it was I was attacking him. So I'm not even sure. It seemed like I would have went after Spark probably, but yeah. Good thing is I can capture Leia, and then that gives me a way to clear off some more damage. Oh
Yeah.
no, he gets to pick where she goes. Never mind. I think he gets to pick where she goes. Does that sound right?
I
I'm not
don't
looking at the
know. I
cards.
don't think so, actually. I think with either Leia, whenever they were captured, I mean, your opponent still captured them. I think they get to choose.
For some reason,
I'm not sure.
I was thinking she didn't. I know the tacticians. The tacticians. I think maybe you get to pick with the tacticians. One of them, I'm pretty sure you get to pick with either her or the tacticians.
Well, the tacticians don't. I mean, they do
Or
damage
not the
to a
tacticians. I mean the
captured
operation
location.
planner. Sorry, I was saying the wrong thing. The operations planners. When they get captured, I think that's probably the one that maybe you get to pick where they go. I'm pulling it up right now. All right, Leia is your opponent picks where she's captured.
Yeah.
Operations planner, your opponent picks where she's captured. Okay, you're right. It's both of them. Sorry. All right, so I guess oh yeah, I went in with Dengar.
And just locked everyone down.
Yeah, and I actually I didn't even try to blow up the explosives artist. I actually turned off planning the attack to keep them getting the extra card.
Yeah, now the problem is all you have is Malakili.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous. I mean, I can clear off damage from feeding the pit because I've got those captured cards there.
Right. But you've got no blockers. If he happens to draw now the cannon thing that he could use to free up Yoda.
Yeah, I've got both of his Sabines. And
Yeah, you still got another Dodonna in there.
didn't I get a Kanan too? I captured Kanan somewhere.
I think you got him under there somewhere,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if I wouldn't have messed that up for getting to play Reversal of Fate, then I would have just won. But
Yeah.
all right, so Jerry's drawing up the dials at 9. I've already blown up objective, so really I'm looking at the situation where I just have to hope he doesn't win with poor Malakili being there all by himself. And I only need 1 damage to win then, since Spark has 4 on it.
Yep. Yeah, he basically has to win now.
Yeah.
Which he could theoretically do if he gets a big hitter.
Right.
And if he's able to free up Yoda, because he can send someone and get unopposed. You know, he could drop a nudge and send that in at Jabba's reach.
Yeah.
If he sends Yoda first and focuses Malakili.
Yeah. So I think that what we just realized was there was actually 3 places with captured cards, so I told him I wanted to use a blast from Dengar. Or maybe I'd said it before and we forgot to put it on. And I had 2 tactics in the blast.
Yeah.
Not that it really is probably going to matter at this point.
No, he's got 3 objectives.
Well, I guess unless he plays a
dampers.
nudge. If he plays a nudge, it might matter. Because then that
Yeah.
would put it back down to 9. Well, my turn. If he takes it back.
Well, what is it at now? Is it
So
at
it's
9?
at 9. It would go to 10. Well, it would go back to 8 then if he plays a nudge.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess it could matter. It gives me another place that already has 2 damage on it. But it's going to be awfully hard for him to lock down my board. He pretty much needs to be able to win here, I think.
Yeah, you've got too much stuff out there. And actually, the nudge wouldn't help anyway because you can use 4 LOM to capture him.
Right.
And if you do that, that'll actually up the dial by 2 with Bosch.
Right, that's true. The nudge would just, like I said, I'd still have to swing with Forlom to get him, but
Yeah.
if somehow he locked them down.
Yeah, he's got to win now, or he's.
There's
pretty much
Dodonna.
done.
That won't hurt. He gets to draw a card probably if he plays something else. So he's got Tadana and Operations Planner, so he can do it damage. He could do it damage Jabba's reach and blow it up here. Oh, he did it defeating the pit. That's interesting.
Well, how much more health can you recover from feeding the pit? How
I
many cards
think
are
I
captured
think
there?
there's 3 there.
See, with 3 and with the extra damage capacity, I think he's better off doing it and just trying to go to Hutt's Menagerie.
Oh wow, he must have had Kanan's concentration. He just freed up Yoda.
Yeah. He's pretty much got everything that I mentioned. See, if he did it to Hutt's Menagerie, sent Yoda and Dodonna, he kills it with the unopposed, and then the planner takes out Jabba's reach.
Right.
So he should have been able to win. I don't know if he can do it now with what you got on the bottom, with your healing abilities and the extra health from the
Oh yeah, that's
enhancement.
true. I have that too.
Because if he had done the 1 damage to Hutt's Menagerie, he sends Yoda and Dodonna, and Wind's Edge because all you have is Malakili.
Right. Now the one.
Or
Well,
actually, he wouldn't even have to do that. He should send the planner first at Jabba's reach, because Malakili's not killing him, and then he wouldn't have to worry about winning Edge.
right. So I am taking 2 damage off there. Is that what I did? Yeah, I guess I had 2 cards there. Maybe I didn't have 3. So
So
he
it's
is
still
sending. He's
yeah,
sending Yoda and Dodonna in there because he
yeah,
was probably accounting for that.
it actually looks like it's the exact same, because now
Right.
you've got 4 health left on that objective, which is what you would have had going
Right.
the other way.
So
So
I
it's
got
the
to
same
block.
scenario.
Now, the one thing that might save me here is I forgot to use Reversal of Fate before.
That's
And
what
so,
I meant.
yeah.
I think if he'd have done it the other way, sent just the planner by
Right.
himself at Jabba's reach,
Right.
he would definitely blow that up.
Right. He would have blown that up. I think he's still in the same situation with the other stuff, though.
Yeah.
Because I could have healed. He almost had to send Donna and Yoda together. And now I am remembering to play Reversal of Fate. And
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that I'm going to be glad I did it. And he didn't twist me or something.
Yeah.
He had a target. Oh, that was even better. And I had a Gamorrean guard. So I'm
And you
going to
win
win.
by double.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's true. I'm going to win by double. And then I can capture an enhancement. I wonder if I'll remember to do that.
And you can put it down there at the bottom, or you could heal another damage. That's the problem there.
Right. So I shot Yoda for 1. I think that's what I'm telling Jerry. This is the whole thing I forgot to do last time. I forgot to play Reversal of Fate.
Yeah, because see, now you effectively have 1 extra health on Sarlacc location. That's why I was saying
Right.
he should have just gone for the Hutt's Menagerie.
Right. I don't know if I remembered CD Cantina. It didn't look like it. I was probably just knew he wasn't going to blow it up anyway, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he didn't twist there.
I caught somebody yesterday at League doing that. They reversal faded me when I had a twist in the pile anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, here you go, enjoy.
Enjoy my twist. Yeah, so he's gonna get the damage from Yoda, and he's gonna kill Malakili. I think he just we're scooping because I'm doing it. I think he realized that now he can't win, and there's no way he can stop me from getting the other damage in.
Yep.
So, well, that was a pretty interesting game and a good finish there. I mean, I kind of blew it for getting to play the Reversal of Fate that one turn. The whole reason I cleared it off before the edge battle was so I could play it. That was stupid, but oh well.
Yeah.
So you gotta,
he kind of did the same. Whenever I've run up against that feeding the pit, I've 99% of the time I'm never able to kill it. There's too many chances to heal it in decks that are focused around captured.
right.
I think if you would have just taken out Dengar's location earlier instead of putting the damage on feeding the pit and just ignoring it and going after, Jabba's reach and then Hutt's when it appeared. He did enough damage that game where he probably could have won between those by blowing up those 3 objectives and just ignoring feeding the pit.
Right, exactly. Yeah, just I guess he just made some decisions that maybe should have played it a little differently, and it might have made a difference there. All right, well, thanks again for joining me for commentary as always, Derek. Always appreciate it.
Anytime.